Hi guys, today on the bench we have a amp module. It's an RCF Art 715 A Mark IV. What the problem is, customers complaining he plugs it in and there's actually no power coming out of it. So let's have a look and see what we can find out. Just gonna plug the mains in there and turn on. As you can see, there's nothing coming out of there. So turn that off. First thing we're going to do, we'll check it with a meter. So that's fine. We'll put that back. Right, so we're going to have to take this cover off and find out, do some measurements and find out what's happening. Right, that's the cover off. And the way that this circuit works is basically on the power supply you've got this oscillator type IC which then produces a pulse to drive the FETs, and then that drives the transformer and hence you get your different voltage on the winding. Now obviously I've made all the checks to make sure that the bridge rectifier voltage is there on the caps, everything's fine, everything you know, you do all the preliminary tests, then obviously check the FETs to make sure they're all okay. So the only thing that's left now is this area, this chip, but there is one way we can do that. We can measure the pulse out of that chip to make sure that it's working fine. If it's working fine, then that way we know that that side of it is okay. But most of the time that chip's not working fine. But this is all high voltage, so I've devised a method of actually checking that chip, and we'll come to that in a minute. Right, this is set up. Now you can do this by powering the module, but unfortunately it's high voltage and your scope has to be you have to have the earth off and so on, so it's a little bit daunting. So easier way I've found to do it is to have a separate power supply of about 12 volts to power this IC here, and then check with our oscilloscope to see if the pulses are actually coming out, which we'll do in a minute. Right, I've got the power connected and everything now, so I'm just going to probe to see if we have anything coming out of that IC. Here we go. There you go. Absolutely nothing coming out there. So I would say that this IC is actually faulty. So I'm going to change that and then we'll have another go. Right, we've changed the IC now, so let's see if we have a better result. Just going to connect the probe now, as you can see on there. There you go. So now we can see that the pulse is there, which means that IC is working absolutely fine. So I'm just going to check for DC offset on the speaker outputs just to make sure we don't damage any speakers, or just in case there's other things wrong. It's good practice. and then we shall do a test run. There you go, green lights on, all working fine.